Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, July 5th. Hope you had a good 4th of July. I've got Mel Zelenak over here, our consumer travel tips expert with us. And happy 5th of July to you.
Thank you. Appreciate you too.
Now, what do we got today, Mel?
I want to update the fiduciary rule that we've talked about almost every show I've been on recently. It did become effective June 9th of this year, last month, and but it's not fully implemented until January 1 of 2018. However, the House is trying.
The House of Representatives
is trying to kill it before.
They're trying to make it go away.
That's right.
Okay, and we're not going to really know whether it's going to stay or not stay until when.
Well, who knows? I mean, that's a great question. We'll know January 1st, 2018 for sure, but they may kill it anyway, and then it'll be over.
All right, so you just got to stay on top of that.
Right.
But you wanted to talk about recalling also.
Yeah, I want to do one other thing, and I didn't mention to you beforehand. My wife has just wrote a book on Iceland, and I'm really excited about it. She just finished it, so
a book on Iceland.
Well, it's kind of a teenager novel about Iceland, but it's awesome. It makes me cry every time.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Well, then we need to have your wife come on here and talk about her book.
Oh, she'll love the invitation. No, she won't.
All right, but so what have you got on recalls for us?
Okay, I had a recall on one of our cars, and so we took it into the shop, to the dealership, and they fixed the recall perfectly. But then, and I'm going to ask you, what should I do in this situation? They did tell me that they noticed that there were several other things wrong with the car, and that they could fix a couple of them right away. It would just take them about a half hour. It would only cost a few $100s. They said the major ones I'd have to come back for, and those, the total price was going to be a little over $1,382. Okay, and what should you do there, Paul?
What would I have done?
Yes.
I would have said, thank you for fixing the recall. I appreciate it, and I will just think about the others right now. Because sometimes I think, now I'm not saying that they all do this, but I think sometimes it's pretty easy to come up with all kinds of things at your car. That's happened to me several times. You bring the car in for an oil change, and all at once you find out that, hey, there's $500 or $600 worth of repairs that need to be done here, and everything was just fine.
Yeah. Well, and that's essentially it. And you would do the prudent thing, I think, anyway.
Just wait.
Just wait, but get a second opinion. And that's what I did. In this case, it was $1,382.14 for a variety of things for a car that I've never had any problems with. And I told them, we'll wait. I checked around in price, and I told one of our friends who owns a service center here, and he's an expert in this area, what they felt I needed done. And instead of paying $1,382, this is what we ended up paying.
$1,000?
No, $397.
$397. Yeah. Okay.
So, and that's happened to me actually with 2 new car dealerships. I will tell you, they're not in Columbia.
Okay.
But I know it has happened.
So keep that in mind. If you go in for a recall, and sometimes even just with an oil change, things will be found. And don't jump at it right away. I like your idea of taking it to get a second opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Another thing.
Okay. Let's see. I think today we're going to talk about another bit of mail that I received, and it said me as a grandparent could get $25,000 worth of life insurance for either our kids or our grandkids, and it was fairly inexpensive. And again, life insurance on children, we've talked about it before. You know my view. What should people do you think? I mean, it is inexpensive.
But I think your view is that you shouldn't do it.
Why not?
I can't remember why you said that, but I remember we talked about this years ago.
Yeah.
Was it term or whole life?
No, that's a different issue entirely.
Okay.
With that, by the way, term is a better long-term deal than any kind of, quote, permanent kind of insurance. But that's a different issue. We can talk about that next time as well if you like. But with kids, the real question you have to ask is, from an economic standpoint, what impact will it have on the family if some tragedy occurred and they died? And I used to bring this up in class all the time when I taught, and I would say with my children, from an economic standpoint, it would frankly be an economic plus, and everybody would get upset and everything. But I was trying to make a point, and the point is, do you really need insurance to cover a child for life insurance? Now, they're going to tell you different types of things, like they're going to say, well, you'll need it if the child becomes incapacitated and that type of thing. My gut feeling is you're not really going to get enough life insurance for the types of insurance they're going to give you to make it worthwhile.
Okay, but that's something that each person has to decide for themselves. You have to decide for you. We got about a minute left here, Mel.
Okay, when shopping for low airfares, always check round trip and one-way fares. Don't forget to do that.
Right.
And especially now, going out of Columbia, even if you're doing a round trip or a multi-trip, check the one-ways, because believe it or not, sometimes they could be substantially cheaper. And again, with cruise ships, I gave you the example where it was thousands of dollars cheaper.
So check one-way and round trip. Sometimes it may be cheaper to buy two one-ways.
Yeah.
And the other thing you taught me, which I do now, when you go to the website of the airline and you're checking a fare, put in one person.
Yes.
Because if you put in two and the lowest fare is gone, it won't give you the lowest fare. And one other thing I learned, Mel, clear your cookies on the computer.
Yes.
Because if you check the airfare over and over again from the same computer, they know that, and they're not going to give you the lowest
See how
fare.
much you saved. Don't forget, you owe me a lunch.
Yes, right. So clear your cookies when you're checking airfare.
That was
Mel
45 years ago, I think.
I still haven't given you that lunch,
No.
haven't I? Mel Zelenak,
You're a
consumer
wise
and travel
consumer.
tip. That's because I'm cheap, Mel.
Yeah, that's good.
I learned it all from you. We're out of time. Something you'd like to hear or see? Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Tomorrow, second Saturday for Kids and Voluntary Action Center. See you then. Bye-bye.